The Solitary Reaper is a poem which is written by William Wordsworth. This poem about a solitary girl who is seen alone in the paddy field, and she is cutting crops as well as singing by herself. This poem is written by William Wordsworth when he came across a paddy field, and fortunately he spotted a woman who is being alone in the paddy field. He came across the paddy field along with his sister Dorothy Wordsworth. After enjoying the good atmosphere of the paddy field and listening to the song which was sung by the lonely woman, he went back to his home and started to write this poem with the title The Solitary Reaper. Solitary Reaper. Looking at the title gives to us that solitary in the sense being alone, and reaper refers to a woman who is doing the job of cutting the crops. As you can see in the picture, the woman has crops and sickle. By the help of sickle, she is cutting the crops and binding it together. So, as being alone, the title says to us, solitary reaper. So, the woman is addressed as reaper, solitary reaper. When you're looking at the poem, what is the subject of the poem? That it is written in the form of ballad, a poem narrating a short story. When you're reading this poem, you feel that you are reading a story of the woman. The poet describes a girl and her song with its impact on his mind. He describes about the girl and her job, how the girl's song and the work has given a great impact in the mind of the poet. Let us look at the topics that we are going to discuss in this video about the poet, introduction to the poem explanation and literary devices summary. When you're looking at the life of the poet William Wordsworth, he is born in the Lake District of northern England, is the second of 5 children to his parents from the prosperous estate manager. He lost his mother when he was 7. His father also lost when he was 13. He was taken care of by his guardian uncle. He put Wordsworth to the school called Grammar School at Hawkshead village. At Hawkshead, William received an excellent education in classics, literature and mathematics. But the chief advantage to him, there was chance to indulge in the boyhood pleasures of living and playing in the outdoors. He prefers to be living outside, not inside the building. He always wanted to enjoy the natural or the outdoor experience. That led him to become the natural poet. Wordsworth focused on nature, children, the poor, common people, and used ordinary words to express his feelings. A major English romantic poet who helped launch the Romantic age in English literature. So he was the first one to have launched Romantic period because of the work he has written, the preface lyrical ballads. So after the publication of the lyrical ballads, the Romantic age was started in 1798. The most of the recurrent themes that the poet Wordsworth has focused, that nature, children, poor, common people, and the language he has used in all his works is ordinary words, the words spoken by common people or uneducated people, so that the people could understand what the poet has described in his works. This poem, the poet narrates a short story. He comes across a girl who is alone cutting crops. He can hear the sound of a song in the entire valley. So looking at the first stanza of the poem, The Solitary Reaper. Behold the single in the field, yon solitary highland lass, reaping and singing by herself. Stop here or gently pause. Alone she cuts and binds the grain, and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen, for the vale profound is overflowing with a sound. In the first stanza of the poem, the poet introduces that what he has actually seen in the paddy field. In the first line, he says, "Behold her single in the field, yon solitary highland lass," asking his sister Dorothy Wordsworth to look at her. Behold means looking. What is to look? Single in the field. Someone is single in the field. Who is that? Yon solitary highland lass. Lass means a young girl who is not married, and she's come from Scotland. She's come from a rich country or rich family. Those women are called Highland lass. So she might be come from Scotland, solitary. Here she is seen as solitary. There is no other people. She is only available in the paddy field. And asking Dorothy Wordsworth to look at the woman who is being alone, and she is come from Highland lass. Lass in the sense a young woman. And reaping and singing by herself. What she's doing? She's reaping and singing by herself. So the woman is doing two jobs. One is reaping and singing only by herself. She does not get of anyone's help. She's doing by herself. Stop here or gently pause. And looking at the woman, the poet asks the Dorothy Wordsworth to stop here or gently pause. Let us stop and see the girl and listen to the song of the girl, or we could gently pause, or we could gently move out the place without giving any disruption to the woman. So if they go fastly, it would give a sound, and the woman would get disturbed. So he wants to go gently or stop and seeing the atmosphere. And then alone she cuts and binds the grain. She only cutting the grain and binding also. Cutting and binding the grain. And sings a melancholy strain. And she is singing a song also, which is melancholy strain. Strain means song. Melancholy is sad song. So the song of the woman is like a melancholy song. It is a sad song the woman is singing. Oh, listen, for the vale profound is overflowing with a sound. Oh, listen, Dorothy. Oh, listen and look everywhere of this area that the vale profound is overflowing with a sound. Oh, listen that. Don't you observe that the entire valley, the valley is the place nearby valley the woman is singing, and the song of the woman is being overflow in the valley. Valley means deep valley. So inside the valley, the song has been fulfilled and has been overflow. The second stanza, the poet wants to describe the woman's song with the two birds. One is nightingale and the cuckoo. So let us look at how he is trying to compare the song with those birds. No nightingale did he ever chant, more welcome notes to weary bands of travellers in some shady hunt among Arabian sands. A voice so thrilling never was heard in springtime from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas. Oh, nightingale ever chant. He says that no birds like a nightingale has ever sung so beautiful song as the woman singing. Here, the woman's song is compared to a nightingale, but the song of the nightingale is not so beautiful as the woman's song. When does the nightingale bird sing? When a group of travelers come in the shady hunt in order to take rest. The group of travelers are taking a long journey and they want to take rest. They would take rest in the shady hunt. At the time, they would happen to listen to the song of the nightingale. When they listen to the song of the nightingale, they would easily get rid of the tiredness. So such magic the bird gives to the travelers are able to get rid of the tiredness because of the long journey they had of travelers in some shady hunt among Arabian sands. Where is it happen? On the Arabian sands, the desert. Arabian sands means desert. So over the desert, the birds usually living. Over the desert, the travelers are also traveling. So when they get tired of that, they would happen to listen to the song of the bird. A voice so thrilling never was heard in springtime from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas. And another bird is also compared, cuckoo bird. Here, the bird of the cuckoo gives the voice that is so thrilling and was never heard by people. Such a lovely voice the bird has. Whenever the bird cuckoo flying over the seas, normally the atmosphere of the sea would be very, very silent. But in the presence of the bird cuckoo, there would be no silence, because the silence is broken by the sound or the song of the bird cuckoo. Those two birds are singing, but they are not so beautiful in the presence of the woman. Here the poet has put the woman's song into superior. Though the birds are compared to the woman, but the poet likes to give superiority to the beauty of the song of the woman. In the third stanza, will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow. For world unhappy, far off things and battles long ago. Or is it some more humble lay, familiar matter of today, some natural sorrow, loss, or pain that has been and may be again? In this stanza, in the third stanza, the poet wants to know from anyone that what kind of theme that woman has used in her song. Since nobody has been nearby to the poet except Dorothy Wordsworth, so he says that will no one tell me what she sings? I could listen to the song, I could hear the song, but what theme that the song has? Perhaps it may be the theme of plaintive numbers. Plaintive means sad. So could it be sad, or could it be of old song, or it could be unhappy, or the woman could be singing about the places which are located in distant countries. Far off thing means far off distance. And battles long ago. Is it the song describing about long, long ago held battles? So the woman is singing a song about the battles which happened long, long years ago. Or is it some more humble lay? Or is it the song that is praising the honest people or good people's achievement? Does she sing about the good people's achievement? No. Or family matters of today? Or is she singing about everyday life or current life? What is being going on? Family matters of today. If she doesn't sing about battles, or if she doesn't sing about far off things or old or unhappy, she might sing about familiar matters of today, the current events, no, or some natural sorrow, loss or pain, or she is singing about someone who has recently been dead. She could have lost someone in her family. So because of loss or the pain, she could have been sung this song by remembering the person. No, that has been, or maybe again. So again and again she keeps on singing and singing the same song, and the poet is not able to catch up the theme. The final stanza, whatever the theme the maiden sung, oh no, I can't catch up the theme, but whatever the song it is, the maiden sang. The maiden means the girl, as if the song could have no ending. But what I want to conclude that the song has no ending. She continuously singing and singing without no ending. The song is not going to be ended. She continuously singing, and he says that a song could have no ending. I saw her singing at her work. I saw that she is singing while she is working in the field. And over the sickle bending, she doesn't get fear of handling the sickle, which is dangerous to handle. But she doesn't concern about that. She is singing a beautiful song. She is doing the job perfectly. And I listened motionless and still. I listened the song. I was not able to move an inch, and I became still. And as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore. When I left the place and started to walk over the mountain, the music in my heart I bore. I carried the song in my heart. Long after it was heard no more. For a long time the song was dwelled in my mind. I could not remove the lines or the song from my heart. It was stayed in my heart for a long time. Such impact that gave to my mind. I couldn't easily forget it. It was stayed in my mind. So this is what the poet has described the beauty of the song, how it has impacted into the heart of the poet. Though he left the place, the song was repeatedly murmured into the heart, the mind of the poet.